Hi, single friends. I know Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I want to give you a little lesson on how to feel full this Valentine's Day instead of empty. There's a story in the Bible in 2 Kings where the prophet Elisha came across a woman who was a widow, and she owed a great debt of money, and the creditors were coming to take away her children to pay back her debts. So she was in the red very much. Well, she asked Elijah, what can I do? And he said, what do you have? And she said, all I have is this little jar of olive oil. And he said, all right, I want you to go to all your neighbors and collect all the jars and vessels that you can, the biggest ones you can find, and bring them back to your house. And she did it. And he told her, now I want you to close the door and I want you to start pouring your little jar of olive oil into those vessels. So she started pouring and pouring and pouring, and the oil kept coming and coming and coming. And I'm sure she was thinking, where is all that oil coming from? But she kept pouring, and she poured it until every vessel was full. And you know what? She wasn't in the red anymore. She was in the black. She was able to pay off all her debts and have a lot to live on after that. And that's what the Lord wants to do for you this Valentine's Day. He doesn't want you going into Valentine's Day in the red, thinking, I'm deficient. I don't have anyone to love me. I don't have anyone to buy dinner for me. Why don't people love me? Why am I alone? He wants you to go into Valentine's Day in the black. And here's how you're going to do that. You're going to pour into people. And the more you pour into people, the more he's going to give you. See, there's a kingdom principle in the kingdom of God that we don't get by asking people to give us stuff. Give me this. Oh, I need you to love me. Why aren't you loving me enough? In the kingdom of God, we get by giving. We pour out to people and it's poured back to us. What we measure out is measured back to us. What we sow, we get back in a harvest. And love works like this too. So instead of being in the red this year, the Lord wants you to put yourself in the black by pouring into people. And the more you pour into them and you think, how can I bless them? What do they need this Valentine's Day? The more I can pour into more vessels, the more the Lord is going to pour into you. And you know what? That's going to prepare you for marriage so that when you get married, you're not thinking that your spouse has to supply your every emotional need. You're going to be full emotionally because you know how to pour into people and you trust and know that God's going to pour it back to you. So have a wonderful Valentine's Day and pour into some people this year.